Hi guys, it's Angie. Hi guys, treasures. Okay, let me make sure I'm in frame here. Move this book up. Yeah, I think that looks good. Actually, let's bring this back a little, and then I don't have to work so far away. Okay, I'm in frame. Yay! Okay, make sure I'm still in frame. Yeah. Okay, you guys, today I'm still working in this altered book. I am just, you guys, I'm obsessed with this. I absolutely love it. It's everything I've been doing, but I've been adding a lot of techniques in from Lori Marie. And I left her link below. I'll leave her link below again in this video. Um, I've just done a lot of things from her different techniques, and I've combined them with my own stuff and my own style and my own techniques, and I'm just loving this. What was I gonna say? Oh, anyway, so this is the page we're gonna do today. I already did. I like what I like to do. I like to do it in advance and then show you how I did it. Just because it makes me feel more comfortable because I know it's gonna work out. Like I hate doing stuff and I don't know if it's gonna work out, and I'm videotaping it. So, anyway, that's just how I am. So I just love how this page turned out. This is a pocket over here on the side, and we will make tags and things. When the book's all done, we'll make tags to put in all the pockets because I have quite a few pages with pockets. So anyway, I made this pocket on the side. I'm going to show you how I made that. Oh, I have that outside drawing. Well, I don't need it right now anyway. Okay, I love the butterflies are napkins, which I absolutely love. This flower is a napkin. These are all collage pieces, collage pictures I got from a certain magazine, which I'm going to show you. All these pictures I got from a certain magazine. Aren't they so cool? This is a dress form. This is some fancy, some hat that she's done up, which I'd love to make a hat like that. That's fabulous. It looks like it's been decoupaged with like book paper and then some other type of tissue paper on top and then all types of flowers. You know what? I may have to make that hat. Okay, and then these, this is one whole piece I tore out of a magazine too, and so is this. And this was applied to a piece of cardstock to make it thicker so I can put it on as a pocket. This is the magazine that I got all these pieces out of. Where Women Create. You guys, Where Women Create. This magazine is fabulous. It's not cheap. These are my old ones, okay? That's why I'm ripping them up. These are like, I hate spending the money, but I love the magazine. So once in a while, I treat myself to a $14 magazine. I know, you guys, $14. Insane. But it just has, I mean, these people are just doing such cool stuff. It shows their art studio space. I absolutely love it. Like, this is really cool. It'd be cool to cut these out. So I haven't gone through and cut anything out of this magazine yet, but I am so about to. I love that. That'd be cool to put in a piece. So would that. Anyway, so I wouldn't advise go get the magazine and rip it up, but if you have some magazines like Where Women Create or any of those other cool type of magazines that Stampington makes especially, they always seem to have the coolest pictures. And you have some old ones, look through them for stuff for collage bits, especially for focal points. Like these are all focal points. So, all right, just wanted to show you that. Okay, so let's get started. We're gonna flip the page, and you know I always get started a little bit to get myself ahead for the video. My videos are long enough, part 1, part 2, sometimes part 3, so we don't need to make it any longer. Okay, I've already glued 2 pages together right here. So, I always have wax paper in between. So there's 2 pages glued here, and this is the other side of this one. So there's already, my 2 pages are already glued. Okay, everything I did on this side, I'm going to do on this side. I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so this is just our base, our foundation of what we're going to build on, and our basically our background, so we can put our focal points on. So we're going to start out how we always do with collagey bits. Okay. Oh, I wanted to share something with you guys. Oh, you know what I need to do? Oh, I need to go get let me get this, this is my, Jessa, or my Mod Podge. I also need to go put on a, my painty t-shirt, because right now I have on a shirt that I love. forgot. So I will be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. It'll be just about 30 seconds. Okay, you guys, I'm back. All right, now I'm safe. Safe from stuff getting all over my shirt that I love. Okay. Glad I noticed that. All right, let's get started. We'll start out with, of course, kolache bits. Oh, what I wanted to share with, this is right here. This, I made my own. I can't remember who told me this, but one of my subbies told me that you can make your own matte Mod Podge by using, you can use like Elmer's glue and throw in some matte medium. Well, I don't have matte medium because I use this instead of matte medium. I just spray this over anything to make it, give it a matte coating so that you can make it a paintable surface. So I sprayed a few sprays of this matte coating, or you can use matte medium into some Elmer's glue. And you guys, it makes a nice matte decoupage medium. And you can get it cheaper because a big gallon of glue with a coupon at Michael's or Joann's is like maybe like $15. I've seen that Elmer's glue at Walmart for 10, I think, for the gallon. So anyway, wanted to share that with you. What the heck is going on with my phone? Okay, sorry about that, you guys. My phone was just letting me know that I'm getting some Facebooks. Anyway, let's begin. Oh, and I used to be kind of picky, like what collage bits I chose, like I want to keep it even. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just picking up bits and just putting them down. Like I used to, even in my last video, I was like, you know, kind of keep it even with some music note paper, some of this, some of that. I just choose them now. Because it's not going to really matter. It's just, it's a base. It peeks through here and there. So it doesn't really matter. But it does matter enough to do it. Like I said, it gives it a nice base. It gives interest. It gives texture. It also just gets you going in your piece because a lot of times you're like, oh my God, it's a blank page. What am I going to do? It gives you time to think. And the biggest thing for me is I love pasting paper down. I just think it's relaxing. It's like therapy to me. Some people argue that's not therapy. Well, it is for me. You don't have to think too hard. No skills involved. You're just pasting paper down. But I think it's a super important part of why the stuff looks really cool though. Because it's not about when you look at a piece at the background about seeing one certain thing. It's about peekaboo, seeing things a little bit here and a little bit there and something peeking in and something behind something, about the layers. So it's about being able to see all the layers, which is really cool, in my opinion. So we're going to get ourselves to the point of where we are over here, and then I'm going to do the coloring part of this. So we're going to get all the coloring part done on here. And then once I do the coloring part, I'll have to let this dry outside, this side, and I'll do what I did over here on this side. Then we'll come back. I try to, you know, get a little ahead because for one, I think it's really nice for some to watch somebody do something in real time, because then you know really how much time this takes, how much effort really it is, and you can actually see all the steps. It's more like a little, I mean, I don't want to say I'm teaching, but it's more like a little class, because you get to actually, or it's a little tutorial, because you actually get to see all the steps. When we fast forward it, you know, you're like, oh my God, having to stop every other second. Some things can get skipped. This way you really get to see, at least my process. And I always say it's good to watch me, watch other people, watch Lori Marie, watch all kinds of mixed media artists or people who do mixed media, because you're going to get so many ideas and so many things you can try, and then you can just put them into your own style. Like Lori Marie, I love her style. I love a lot of the things, a lot of her techniques. So I take a lot of her techniques and add them to what I already know and what I do and my style, and come up with my own thing. So, but it's kind of fun. Both my style and Lori Marie's style are very similar, though. That's why I was probably attracted to her and to what she does. I don't know if that sounded weird. Attracted to her. Attracted to what she's doing. And I said this the other day, I've always done this part. She does this too. I've always put collage bits, what she calls underpants. I think it's hilarious. I always usually start with underpants. Or I call them collage bits. But what I haven't always done, oh, that was 2 pieces. What I haven't always done was put on color over this as another layer, as adding another layer for the background, which we're going to do in a second. So, and that's what I learned from Lori Marie, which I thought was really cool. Okay. Also, I don't always like tearing my collage bits up into such small pieces. Then you could kind of go a little faster too. You don't have to use so many pieces. So, all right, so while the paint is still wet, I like to work on it while it's still wet. So if I had to do this page and this page same time, I would just do this one until I have all my gluing done, and then I go to this one, because while it's wet, I want to add on the color bits like this. And it's already still sticky and wet, right? So then, since it's still sticky and wet, just a second. Since it's still sticky and wet, I don't have to put glue on the bottom, just on the top. And it's faster. Not that I want it to be faster, but you know, you can do more and get more done and have more fun. Talking about that, that's why I like working on 3 books at a time, because I'm videotaping some so I can show you like what I'm doing. So some books have to wait for that. And then I need, just a second you guys, I need baby wipe. Some books I'm using to videotape, so I have to wait for that to dry. And then I can, while that's drying, I can go on to another book. And while that's drying, I can go on to another book. So it's just being able to have more fun working on a few books at a time. And one day you wake up and you'll have 3 books. You'll have accomplished 3 books. So even if you're doing similar techniques, nothing ever turns out the same. Like this page, I'm using the techniques, but I'm not using all the same items that I use for that exactly in the same exact way. Well, I mean, I'm using, you know, the same collage bits, but I'm saying you're not putting them down in the same way, so it's still going to turn out different. Okay, I'm going to use some napkins on this. I want to show you guys something, 2 things. When you have a napkin and you have that back piece here, it can be hard to get off. You know how they have, like, sometimes they have 2 layers. At least they always have 1 layer. You take a piece of tape to the corner, and you just go like this, and it lifts it right up. Isn't that awesome, you guys? And then you don't have to fight that. Now, I think this only had 1 layer. Let's just make sure. Yeah, I think it was only 1 layer. Oh, no, there was 2 layers. Okay, so we got both layers off. So there we go, and that's a lot faster. than the other way. And then the other thing I want to show is, like, suppose you want a certain part, or you just want to have a little bit more controlled tear. Take a paintbrush with just water and just go like this around wherever you want to take out of here. And then you're able to rip it like that. And you can rip out exactly what you want out of the napkin. So I love that. Gonna stick that there. I love this piece. We're gonna put that there. We'll put this here. Or you can just do it just to rip the napkin, because it just makes it easier to rip the napkin. See? You're not fighting it so much. And we'll put this right here. Okay. And then I want to put, I have this other napkin. I've already taken the layers off. I love this napkin. See the clocks right here, the clear ones? We're going to use the black ones too, but not yet. But there's these clear, these ones that don't have any color on them. I want those coming out. So see how that's a wet paintbrush. And I'm not going to tear into the clock. I'm just going to go right around. I love it. Put that there. Here's another one over here. That may be something new to you. You may already do it. But if you don't, I know I was happy when I learned it. I was like, love that. A controlled way of tearing out from a napkin. Yes, please. Okay. If you guys hear any noises, it's my phone. So sorry about that. We'll just put this right there. Okay, so I'm done with that. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my decoupage, homemade decoupage, and go right on top of the napkins. For one, it's already sticky, so it's going to stick. But the other thing is, even if there was no decoupage medium below here, when you're working with napkins, all you have to do is go right on top of the napkin. Do I worry about any wrinkling like just happened right now? Nope. Because wrinkling is going to be some texture, which I am all about some texture. Okay. There we go. Okay, let me rinse my brush. I gotta do something about the lid on here. It is so sticky. What did I do with my baby wipe? Am I throwing my baby wipes away? I keep like losing my baby wipe. What the heck am I doing with them? Oh, it's in my lap. This is something else I learned from Lori Marie, which I thought was really cool. I've always of course, let this Mod Podge dry, right? Oh no, because I want to gesso over all this so I can put all this in the background. So she takes her gesso and she puts it right over the wet Mod Podge. And when I first saw her do it, I go, what the heck are you doing, girl? Well, it's cool. What it does is it will cause some cracking too. Again, super cool. More texture, more age, more shabbiness. Adds more vintage to the piece. So I'm going to throw gesso right over it. Wet Mod Podge. Isn't that fabulous? And she said she did it just because she's like, I didn't want to wait. Because of her impatience, she came up with a whole nother technique. I love it. I seen her do that. I was like, magic. So when I saw her do that, I'm like, I'm going to try that. And I love it. And I noticed when I let it dry out in my hot Las Vegas sun, it even crackles more, probably because the sun's hitting it. But I let this part dry in the house, and it crackles nice still too. But it even gives a little extra crackles if you have, like, if you live somewhere where it's really nice and hot. If you live in hell like me, you'll have good crackles. Just kidding. Okay. Las Vegas is a cool place to live. It's just the heat is not fun. The heat is a nightmare. Just a second, you guys. I'm just gonna put some of my collage bits away. Just put some stuff away real quick so that I have some room on my table. So just a second, talk amongst yourselves while I do a quick. Ooh! Oh, I just had a crafty avalanche, as they say. Okay, goes in here. Okay. All right, now I got to put all my little collage bits away. Or as Lori Marie would say, my underpants. I think that's hilarious. Got a lot of pieces out. Jeez. And that's something else. I love tearing up collage bits, like just tearing up pieces like this. I don't know what is wrong with me, why I like tearing up paper, but it relaxes me. Okay. So now let's go over, let me see where I am at in frame and all of that. Okay. Let's go over to this page because this page is the dry piece, the dry page. And everything I do to this page, I will go back once this is dry and do it to this page, okay? But I'll do this page off camera. Okay, so we're going to color this now. So what I'm going to use, this is the coloring stage, as I like. It's 30% off, and then Michael's will have a 20% off total purchase, including sales. That is the time to go and pick up a. I picked up. That's why I usually pick up tons of stuff of hers. Is when I can get that deal. This is her ink, and it's called Incredible Ink. It is beautiful. I love it. You can put this in a calligraphy pen, she said, or in her calligraphy pen, which I haven't done that yet. I need to do that. Anyway, and this is called Hot Cocoa. Okay, these inks actually smell like what they're named. This smells like hot cocoa. So when I am painting with this, it smells like hot cocoa. Oh my goodness. This stuff is fabulous. You can also use it as like a watercolor, which is what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to put this right here on my tray. I usually use this other thing, but I'll use the tray today. Okay, doesn't matter. Oh my God, you guys. I just smelled this. Oh, it smells so divine. I'm going to add a little bit of water just to lighten it up a little bit. Oh my goodness. And then the page smells like hot cocoa. It's fabulous. I think that is so cool, so magical for her to make her stuff have fragrance. I've never even heard of that. How did she get that idea? So cool. Okay. Ooh, I way more than I needed. I didn't need all that. One swipe is going to pretty much do it all because I need to lighten this up a little bit. I didn't want it actually this dark. Okay, let me do something about this because I don't really want it this dark. Let's take some off and then with a wet brush, lighten it up a little bit. There we go. There we go. Ooh. Oh my God, you guys, it smells so good. It smells like hot cocoa. Oh my goodness, I am loving it. All right, let me put this aside somewhere. Oh, I keep smelling it. Like I'm something. Okay, people are like, you're crazy. I know. All right, let's dry this. Let me just take a little bit off of here, not too much. I just want it to be able to dry quickly. We got more layers to go. All right, let me turn on my dryer, you guys. So it's going to be a minute. Talk amongst yourselves while I dry this. Where is my button for my dryer? Here we go. Everything I'm doing here, you can also do with watered down acrylic paint. You do not have to use any of these inks or any of the stuff I'm going to use. You can do everything I'm doing with just watering down some acrylic paint or putting it on with a baby wipe. So you can keep it translucent, how this is. Look how cool the cracks are from putting that collage medium, the Mod Podge right over, or the gesso right over the Mod Podge. Look at the cracking. Fabulous. So much cool cracking. Okay, love it. That looks awesome. You know what? My next project I do in this book, I've been saying I'm going to do on my next one. I'm going to use only acrylic paints. So 50-cent acrylic paints. And then instead of using stencils or stamps, I'm going to use things that you can get around your house. You can get from Dollar Tree, dirt cheap things to make marks, to make, little marks in the background. So, I'm going to do that on my next video. I need to do that anyway, just add stuff like that, like basic things you find around the house. Fly swatters, those are great stencils. You can spray right through those. I need to do that because those make interesting things too, and I have tons of that stuff. I have fly swatters that I got at Dollar Tree. I always look at their fly swatters to see what their pattern is, see if I don't have that. You can use bubble wrap. You can use all kinds of stuff to make texture and to make marks for your backgrounds. Anyway, we're here. So next we're going to do is I have some Tim Holtz Distress inks, which I flippin' love these things. I have frayed burlap, vintage photo, some tea dye, which I'm not going to use that one, walnut stain, rusty hinges. Oh, and I love this. The oxides. I only have like 3 of the oxides, but I want to get more of these oxides. And some other cool colors, which I'm not going to use today, is antique linen and tea dye. These are the colors, you guys. If I was to like collect, if I was you and you wanted to know what to collect, I would collect first vintage photo, rusty hinges. After that, I would get walnut stain. Tea dye is gorgeous. I would get frayed burlap, antique linen, and then the Distress Oxide Vintage Photo. And they're fabulous. And you guys, you'll have them forever. Again, wait for a sale. Use the 20% off of the sale price even, or just wait till they're on sale. Very worth getting in your stash. You'll have them forever. I've had these for like, I don't know. I've had some of these for like 5 years. Okay, Vintage Photo is the only one I think I've actually rebought. What am I doing? Okay, I'm going to take vintage photo first and go over things. Just going right onto this. Love it. Oh, I just love this. Okay. Then I want to take some rusty hinges. Rusty hinges can be very vibrant. So I'm just putting this on in just spots. Okay? Just some spots. Cool. Love it. Then, frayed burlap. What do I want to do with frayed burlap? Okay, I'm going to go around to my edges and with walnut stain. I think this is walnut stain, yeah. And just go around the edges just to kind of dirty up the edges. And I might hit some walnut stain in here too, yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to go with frayed burlap. This is a really, I love this color. It's really dark, almost like black, but it's not black. And I'm going to use, here it is. These little sponge things. See what okay, look at they look like little marshmallows. I got these, a pack of them for like $3 or $4 at Joann's. In the kids section, in the kids craft section. That's what they look like. Okay. And I use them for the inks when I need to, like, you know, Tim Holtz has these, but I think they're too expensive. So these act like those things that he sells. And I'm going to go right on the edges with this frayed burlap. Really get my... And then I'm going to go around with black too at the end. I'll go around with black also. If you have a black Stabilo or a black Faber-Castell, all that. So, oops, I shouldn't have put that on there. What am I doing? Okay. Love how this is looking. Absolutely love it. Okay. Let me stack all these up. We're done with those. Oh, I knew what I wanted to do. Duh. Very important. I'm going to take this color right here. It's Distress Oxides. These oxides are cool. They react with water. Well, all these inks react with water, but these really do. They look really distressed, so I'm going to take some of that and put that just anywhere in here. A little bit here and there. Now we're going to hit it with some water. It makes it look like it's like it's oxide. Like it's gone through some, it's like it's gone through some oxidation. There's the word I'm looking for. Love it. So let me just spray where I put that at. And it'll kind of blend in with other things too. Now you're not gonna be able to see this. I gotta like bring my book up, so sorry. And then when it dries, it just dries really, really cool. Okay. It's weird because it dries so different than how it looks even right now. So let me turn my dryer on again. Talk among yourselves. You guys, if you don't want to keep watching me do this, just fast forward. But I think it's kind of cool to watch me dry this because you're getting to see all these colors come up. Oh, love it. Okay, I'm done. Let me turn off my dryer. Okay, look at this page. This page is a lot lighter. Look how much lighter this one is than that one. And let me tell you why. Because of what I chose for my first color. I used this watered down. It was a lot darker. And before I used this, the Bria Rose glitter ink that we got from Hobby Lobby. I used this. And so changing it to this color and watering it down just a little bit made this darker, but I love it. So see how you can kind of use the same techniques but use a little bit different color and it turns out completely different. Okay, love this. Oh, this is fabulous so far. Okay, so now we're going to make some marks, and we're going to make marks with some stamps. Let me grab a few stamps. Okay, I love this stamp. This is one of those stamps we got from Hobby Lobby. It was regularly $2, but I got this for like, I don't know, I think 20 cents or 30 cents. This stamp is awesome. Here's another cool stamp. It says made just for you because you're priceless. But look, it has that like the skew. Isn't that cool? We're going to use that. We're going to use, I love this stamp right here. This stamp is a postage stamp. And let's throw some roses in here. See this rose right here? That's a pretty one. Well, you can't really see it. You'll see it when I stamp it. Okay. And I see one more that I want to use. I could go crazy with these stamps. This is another stamp, like a postage stamp. And this is a calligraphy pen nib. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Isn't that cool? And then that's the postage stamp. That's the skew. Just some really cool stamps. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I went insane on that Hobby Lobby 90% off because those stamps were like regularly $10 and I was buying for $1, $1.50. At the most I spent $2.50 on a stamp, but they were like $10 stamps. It was insane. I'm sure a lot of you guys took advantage of that sale. It was crazy. I can't even tell you how many stamps I bought. It was just crazy. But you know what? You got to go crazy when those kind of prices are happening. You just cannot be holding back. And then you can just hold back for the rest of the year and not buy too much. But when you get stuff like 90% off and you're spending $1 or $2 on things, you just got to take advantage. This stamp right here is fabulous, you guys. What I just did is I only put ink on these two, this one and this one. It stamps out awesomely. You can also just stamp like half the stamp like that on the sides. You can make a whole border like that. I love this stamp. And I like to keep going until the ink runs off because then it makes it look like it's even further in the background. Oh, this stamp is just so cool. This stamp is addicting. I could just keep using it over and over. And believe it or not, I almost like, this is like some type of a cushiony rubber that's really smushy. I like how this stamps out better than the rubber stamps a lot of times, or the clear stamps. Anyway, look how it stamps out. It stamps out so nice. Okay, again, I'm going to use this priceless stamp. Yeah, this stamp was like $7. I think I paid $1.50 for this stamp. Crazy. Those prices were out of hand. Okay, and I'm just going anywhere. Because basically what you want to do is just make marks, right? And I'm using brown. I will use some black, but I'm using brown so that it really just stays in the background. And I could use different shades of brown if I wanted to, but I'm not. I'm sticking with this. same shade. I love this calligraphy nib. I think it's so cool. Okay. And I'm not going to use the rose stamp, but I am going to use the postage stamp. Hopefully I didn't just hit my thing. Are you guys still there? Yeah. Okay. So we'll use the postage stamp. Okay. Awesome. All right, let me put this back on. Here's another tip that I do. These clear stamps, they lose their stickiness so quickly, so I take a glue stick that sucks. Here's a good use for your glue sticks that suck. Not a good one, ones that really don't stick stuff, but it'll stick it to your, back to your thing. Or you can use it to stick it onto your block. So, I think that's a nice little tip for your clear stamps. They lose their stickiness. Okay, Jesus, people are already shooting off fireworks. Oh my God, you guys, my neighborhood is like a war zone. I live in an older neighborhood, and I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but people, okay, this is the whole thing. Fireworks are legal here. Well, there's certain fireworks that are legal. Then there's certain ones that aren't legal. And you have to go to Pahrump to get them. It's like an hour out of town, and you're not supposed to do the illegal ones. But here in my neighborhood, everyone does the illegal ones. They do the ones that you do, like if you go watch the fireworks at a professional place, that's the kind going off in my neighborhood. So tonight, it's like a war zone up in here. It is crazy. And I don't even have to go anywhere. We're going to barbecue. We'll be watching fireworks from our backyard. I could be swimming, watching fireworks right in my backyard. I don't have to go anywhere. It is amazing. And they're coming from everywhere. It's better than going somewhere to watch the fireworks because they're coming from everywhere. Everywhere you look. It's just crazy. Okay, I got my script stamp out, you guys, and I'm doing that now, okay? I'm having to press down really, really hard because I'm working on this page right here, and this page isn't as flat as it could be because it's all my work that I've done so far. So it could be flatter. Okay, perfect. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I want to clamp it. So just a second. Let me just use some clamps here and clamp this. That'll make it flatter. So anyway, the reason I said all that is because they're already going. I just heard a firework. Oh, they've been going all week. Here, oh my gosh, they started those fireworks last week. Tonight will be a war zone. And for the next week or two, we'll hear some fireworks. Tomorrow night, there'll be tons of fireworks. The other night, oh my God, me and my husband both woke up. This is like 2 o'clock in the morning. This firework went off. It sounded like an explosion. It was horrendous. It woke me up out of a dead sleep. I was like, ah! And my husband's like, it's okay, it's a firework. I'm like, oh my God, that sounded like a bomb. Which I think is rude because there's people who've been in war who have PTS. That is totally horrible to keep doing. After 9 o'clock, people should stop with the fireworks. Then the poor little dogs, it freaks them out. It's like, have some respect. These dogs, people with PTS, they're already freaked out enough. Like, you know, they got to get through that as it is. So don't be doing it like after, especially at least 10 o'clock. That's just rude, especially 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't even have PTS. I woke up in a fright. Anyway. People just need not to be so rude. Okay, I am loving this. Okay, so this is, we're done with the stamps. Let me put these down. Put these back underneath here. Take off my clamps. Okay, the next thing I want to do is, of course, I want to drip some ink on this. I am loving how this is turning out. Okay, so let's drip some ink, of course. I like to use this ink right here, this FW ink. Again, you don't need ink. You can just use a dark, dark brown paint, acrylic, and water it down. This FW ink, though, I paid, this was probably, I think, $7 or $8. These were $1.50 with that sale, so. And the reason I always mention that sale is because a lot of people, a lot of mixed media people went there and got that sale. And also, I don't know if everyone's used their stuff. This way, I'm telling you how the stuff works and what I'm using, and you can use it if you have it from that sale. I had a decent amount of art supplies. That sale made me have an obscene amount of work supplies. Because half the stuff, I wouldn't even have bought this ink. But at that price, I was like, yes, please. That's why I encourage people to watch haul videos. I know it makes you spend money. But only watch haul videos with things that you would be interested in. Like a 90% off at Hobby Lobby on art supplies. There's one to watch. Like 90% off art supplies. What's that about? Yeah, you need to know so that you can get good deals on your art supplies. Oh shoot! I didn't mean to do that. It may seem like I have a lot of stuff, but that's because I always try to get good deals. Not try. That's only when I buy my stuff. Either on sale, on clearance, or with a coupon. Sometimes I spend some money on stuff, but not normally. And not too often. Okay. Let me clean this up. Sorry, I've been out of frame this whole time. Sorry, guys, because I had to bring my book up for the drips. Some of you guys might get tired of seeing drips, but I love drips, so. And if you don't love drips, you think it's too messy, then don't do it. Whatever I do is just ideas. You don't have to do them. But if you like vintage and shabby and a little bit messy, you might want to do some drips. Okay. I love this. Let me see if I can come in a little closer real quick. Look how cool that looks. Isn't that look cool, you guys? I'm going to try to move my book around so you guys can see that and then come back down. Just to show you what it looks like close up. I think that looks awesome. All right, let me come back down. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to be done with this part. You guys can go to part 2. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead, let this other page over here dry. Let's set this out a little bit. There we go. That looks good. Okay, we're going to let this other page finish drying. I'm going to take all this outside, let everything dry really well. Then everything I did over here, I will do on this page off camera. Okay, so then when we come back, we'll be ready to start doing our focal points. We'll put that pocket over here. I have some pieces here that I'm just loving. I'll show you real quick sneak peek. I'm probably going to put this piece here at the top. Isn't that cool? Oh, let me just make sure I'm in frame for this other side. This is what this piece looks like. This is out of that Where Women Create. This is that lady who creates these pieces by Prima. Those pieces that you can buy. They're white, like relics, and then you paint them yourself. And I've done this. I make my own little relics and paint them. I have videos on that. Okay. I got the idea from her, of course, this lady. And then I'll probably collage these pieces right here, like that. Okay. And then we'll be doing a stabilo-ing around it, or my Faber-Castell, which I love, inking around that. But that's after I've already done my page. So that's what we're looking at. Then I'm going to put that big pocket right here. Oh, and before that, we're going to decoupage on some. Where are the pieces at? Oh, right here. this napkin. This napkin is gorgeous. Let me show you. This right here. And it says Magnolia. Is that beautiful? You guys, I got these at Dollar Tree. Now, not all Dollar Trees are created equal when it comes to these napkins, okay? Because no Dollar Tree in Arizona has these beautiful napkins. There's only one Dollar Tree that I get all these napkins from. It's in California. It's in Pismo Beach, California. And they always have a section, like if you can find a Dollar Tree that has an awesome party section, they will have beautiful napkins. So, oh, I have a really nice napkin collection because of them, because I'm paying $1. So when I pick these up and I find beautiful ones, I will pick up like 2 or 3 of each so I can give some to friends, like a whole pack. Who else has? Oh, Tuesday Morning. I've gotten quite a few napkins from them. You're gonna pay $1.99, $2.50. They're a little bit more expensive, but you know what? The napkins are gorgeous. So I pick up some from there too. So if you don't have a Dollar Tree that has beautiful napkins, Tuesday Morning is another good place. Like I said, you spend about $1.50, $2. Also, I'm going to add some clocks in. This is before we put the focal points on, and I might put that birdhouse. Isn't that adorable? So I picked those out too. So okay, so you guys go ahead and go over to part 2. If I have it up, I should have it up. I don't know. I think I'll have it up before. If not, look for part 2 tomorrow. But I might have part 2 when you're done with part 1. And we'll finish all that up in part 2. I think we can get all that done in part 2, yeah. So, that is it, you guys, for now. If you haven't